Well, hey there, it's Betsy and welcome to Minute of Wisdom. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had an amazing weekend and that you are just ready to crush it forward and have an amazing week this week. Today I'm going to kind of go off on a little bit different angle that I normally do. And, you know, there's no denying that the world is in a really tough place right now. I mean, you'd have to be pretty much blind to not be able to see that. There's a ton of people that are hurting, a ton of people that are struggling, a ton of people that are at the point where their hope is just about to run out. You know, people are wondering if it's really worth holding on, if things can really change. And if you happen to be one of those people, I'm here to tell you, yes, they can. Because I'm living proof. Now, does that mean that there's never going to be struggles? Of course not. You know, we all go through negative things in our lives. But we also live in a time that there are so many opportunities all around us. And if you're in a bad place right now, if you're struggling with something, I can assure you there is a way out. But you have to continue to keep your hope and your faith at an all-time high and never, ever stop believing in a God who has a great plan for your life. And that there are really good people out there in the midst of the darkness that can help you. You know, in fact, I want to read a scripture, and it's very relevant to this, and it's Philippians 1:30, and it says, "We are in this struggle together. You have seen my struggle in the past, and you know that I am still in the midst of it." So I have a question. Have you ever maybe gone to a friend or a family member, maybe your mom or dad, when you were struggling with something and you just really wanted them to listen and to understand you and maybe just wrap their arms around you and give you that big hug? And all of a sudden, 3 hours later, you've had this amazing lecture of what you should or shouldn't be doing, why you're in the mess that you're in, and what you need to do to get out of it, and your head is just kind of reeling, and you're kind of angry about the whole process because it's not at all what you were looking for. Has that ever happened to you? Especially people who are struggling with something that we've struggled with in the past. I know that we always kind of want to give our 2 cents worth, and because we have a heart that we want to help people. But what you got to understand is this: they don't need that 3-hour lecture any more than you needed it. If you went through it, they don't need somebody to analyze why you think they are where they are, or, you know, why they're going through what they're going through. Even if it's something that you've been there, done that. Even if it's a situation that you've actually been in. What they really need to hear most from you is me too. You see, they need to be able to relate to the fact that you have been where they are, so they can actually feel comfortable in opening up to you without that lecture. And it doesn't even have to be the exact same experience, you know. It can be just something that you've dealt with and something that you have actually overcome. They need to know that they're not the only one. And by knowing that you have struggled with the same or a similar issue at some time, they're going to actually open up to the realization that they're not the only one, that there are other people that are out there that are struggling with this thing that they thought that they were the only one that they were going through. And they're not alone. You see, I don't come on here and do these videos because I think that I'm some really smart person and I know more than you do. No, I come on here and do these videos to share my story, to share experiences that I have had, things that I have had to overcome, to give you hope that you just might be able to overcome them as well. You know, it lights me up when I get comments and messages from people who have found great comfort in my story. So before you fire off on that lecture or give somebody your $1 million advice, how about just sitting down with them and praying with them and saying, "Me too." So if you found this information helpful, I'd appreciate if you'd share it with somebody that you think might benefit. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Hope everybody has an awesome rest of your day. Take care. God bless.